Hi guys, on this video we're gonna check and see how to add the tax split information on the receipt or the bill that you print out after each sales, and also we'll see how to add the tax ID number on top of the receipt as well. Alright guys, so let's go and see how to do that. First of all, let's go ahead and log into the POS software. I'm gonna use the default administrator password, which will be 1111. Okay, I've just added two products for an example just to show you guys. So I'm gonna just show you how the print looks like or the receipt looks like without setting up the taxes. So for example, I'm gonna you know um, print this one here. It shows chicken burger, okay, and that shows $7 for 1 unit. And I'll just click on this equal to and click OK. There you go. So that has been billed. Just go to the edit sales and pull up the receipt and see how it looks like. Okay, so there you go, guys. Now this is how this is how the receipt looks like without the tax information on it. Well, actually, in a sense, it shows the tax invoice and the tax ID number. These are an example by default because even though you haven't set up any tax information, the system generates the default. As you can see, it simply shows 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, stuff like that. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to add your establishment name on top here. Well, this is the Saleculator default logo. We're going to remove this because it's going to hide your titles. Because it's not so proportionate, so we'll have it taken up. And we have the address line and phone number, everything is default. So we're going to update all this stuff here, and also I'm going to show you how to add the tax information or the tax lines on this receipt. And this is what you guys are going to get print out on your thermal printer. So this is just a view of how the receipt looks like on your screen itself. So as you can see, the cash, the amount shows $7, and the chicken burger shows 7. There's no addition of taxes or anything at all. So we're just gonna see how the formula works for you. Okay. All right. So coming back to the sales here. Now all you got to do is first we have to set up the tax categories on your stocks. Okay. So what we gotta do is we're gonna click the main menu, or the menu button, and you just go to the stock here. So you got to choose the stock, and once you come onto the stock under the maintenance, you can see something called the tax categories. Alright, so first we're gonna create a category for a tax, and that will be like a title for the tax. So and then we'll have to move and create the other taxes under the taxes here. So let's show how to create the tax category. Click on this button. Now by default it shows the tax 5% and tax exempt. These are the system generated stuff. I'm going to create a tax value for our own country specific. So let's go ahead and add one. First of all, you got to click the plus icon here, so that will just add the tax category. So click on the plus icon and you're going to enter the tax category. In my instance, I'm going to take it as GST for Indian customers. So that's GST, and bracket you can see update is 5% or whatever the percent of taxes is going to be below it. So I'm just creating GST, which will be the 5%, and I'll click on the plus, so that'll get added on to this list here on the left hand side. You can see that's it. So it's so simple to create a tax category. You're just giving a name for the category. Okay, just click save. Now go back to the stock, come to the taxes. Here's where the rest of the actions are gonna be taking place. So we're gonna create a new tax category, or I'm sorry, taxes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a parent tax first. So the parent tax is the tax on which all the other categories are dependent on. So we're gonna create a parent tax. Okay, so let's click on plus, give the name of the parent tax as GST, maybe GST GST-5, and it comes under the tax category GST 5%. And you just I'll just opposite to against the rate. You just gonna put the percentage of the parent tax. Okay, so these are the three information that is required. So when you create a parent tax, now that shows GST hyphen 5. Well, guys, for guys who's outside of India who have VAT, taxes like VAT, so you can just apply it like VAT hyphen 5 on that scenario, and then update it VAT 5% on the parent assist, and then update the rate person as 5% as well. So once this is done, just click on the plus icon again, so that will get you added to the left side list over here. So that means this is being added to the system that shows GST hyphen 5. Now let's add the sub taxes which comes under these parent taxes. So we have two different taxes like CGST and SGST. We'll create those. I'm going to click the plus again. So I'm going to create the CGST first. So it's CGST hyphen 2.5%, or maybe 2.5. And the tax category is going to be GST 5% that we created earlier. So that'll be GST 5%. And you're going to leave this customer category. Now the parent tax is what we created just now, the GST hyphen 5, and the person is going to be 2.5% on this CGST. Okay, you want to enter the percentile symbol as well. Now click on the plus, so that's got it added on the left side list here. So let's go and create the SGST. Well, which in turn is the same stuff, it's just the name that changes. And the tax category is gonna be GST 5% again, and the parent tax is the GST hyphen 5, and the percentage is gonna be 2.5 percentile. Just click on the plus icon. There you go. So we got, now these are the three taxes you got to add under the taxes button. So that'll be recreating the parent tax. That'll be the parent tax GST hyphen 5 with the GST 5% and the parentheses and the brackets, and then you have a rate of 5%, and then you have to create the subcategory taxes CGST and the SGST. So once we're done with that, just click on save, and we're just done with this part of creating the taxes and the categories. Now let's come back here, go to the maintenance. Now come to the maintenance, and we're going to work on the script so that the system generates the taxes whenever the bills are executed. So for that, you're going to go to the resources. Now what we're going to do is, if you can come down to the left hand side list, scroll down, and you can see a printer, those resources name starting with printer. Go to the printer ticket, and we're going to make some changes on this printer ticket and the printer ticket examples. Okay, so these are the two places we're going to make the changes. So only if you make the changes here, then you could get the the tax printed successfully. All right, so we're just going to set up the changes here. Click on the printer ticket. I'm going to show you where we got to change, make the changes. When you click on the printer ticket, when you scroll down on this the XML side on the page, just scroll down a bit, and by almost around the 106th line, you could see something called taxes start. This one is, there's a comment which shows taxes start. Okay, and from the line number 107 all the way through 114, this is the preset tax scripts. So we don't want to do we don't want this script here. What we're going to do is we're going to replace all these lines until 114th line before the taxes end command. So we're going to replace this this section with another script. Now where do we get that script? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take those script from a resource by the name printer.ticket example. Here you go. So you have something called the printer.ticket example. Click on this one, and you come all the way down, scroll down here. There you go. So this is the script we want to be, pasted onto the printed.ticket and printed.preview after the taxes start line. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this lines from 128 all the way through 147. Just copy this. Okay, and come to the printed.ticket, come all the way down. Just select all those lines between the tax start and the start and the taxes end, and just paste it here. That's it. So that means those lines are getting replaced. And if you see something like this, this line is pretty out of focus, so just gonna get it back here, maybe just to make sure it's aligned. Well, it doesn't make any sense, but well, it looks pretty perfect. So this is what we're do. We're gonna replace those lines between the taxes start and the taxes end. Okay, and we're gonna click on the save button. Now we're gonna do the same stuff. Since we already copied it, we're gonna paste the same scripts on the printed.ticket preview. Okay, so I clicked on the printed.ticket preview resources and just scroll down. Okay, we're gonna copy these lines. Okay, maybe we can start from here. Copy these lines until the line 114 between the taxes start and end, and just paste those with our script from printed.ticket example. There you go. So it's being copied perfectly. I mean pasted perfectly. Okay, so just click on the save button. Let's see if it's the same. Okay, under the printed.ticket we do have the same stuff that we have copied. There you go. So let's click on the save button. Now I'm gonna tell you how to change the name of your establishment on top of your receipt, right? So this is what we get by default the moment you install the software. We get business name, the address line, and the phone number, whatnot. So these are the default 3 lines, and in case if you want to add any lines, all you got to do is just copy these, the line starting from the the parenthesis line and the line that ends with the parenthesis / line. Just copy all those lines together, and just hit enter and paste this next line. So you can just add how many number of lines you want, and you can add the informations after on each line. Okay, so that you can do. So let's see how to add the business names. So just gonna change the name to our company name. That will be, let's say, Saleculator. The address line will be the address line, or maybe some road, Hodge Road. Okay, like that. And I'm gonna add the phone number. For example, 33266. All right. So we kind of added these lines. Now make sure that you gotta add your these lines more. Probably this will be from line number 20. So this is where your establishment names and everything starts up. So you just make sure that you update the names exactly where the business name was written there. Change the business name to your own name. Okay, and then line number 23 will have the address for your business, and then line number 26 shows the phone number for your business. Now just have to update it. Now if you want to have this business name printed in bold characters, you gotta add something after this 48, which will be the length of the line. So just give one space, type bold is equal to true. right? Okay, so that will make sure the when you print the receipt, the circulator will be printed in bold characters. The rest of them will be in a normal character thickness. All right, so that for that you have to just type bold is equal to true. Okay. Now let's go ahead and save this. We're gonna do the same stuff on the printer.ticket preview as well. So let's take this, maybe copy this and paste it on printer.ticket preview. There you go, business name. We're gonna replace it with here. Calculator. I'm gonna make it bold. So bold is equal to true. Don't give a space after the parenthesis, before the parenthesis. So we got a calculator, and let's take the address. Will be change preview. Okay, the phone number. Copy this. Okay, ticket preview. Paste it. Click on the save button. That's it. Got it saved up. So that's what the changes that we got to do on this under the resources on printer.ticket and printer.ticket preview. So those are the major changes or updates that you have to make for you to reflect the business names and all those stuff. Now we're gonna add the GST number. So for that, just click on the printed ticket. We'll add the GST number. Maybe we can add, here we have the area for tax ID number. So maybe I can replace this tax ID with the GST number or GST ID. Or you can, or we can also update this like VAT ID or anything. So let's say, for example, just update GST ID and some, let's say, random numbers. F5. Something like that. Well, most of the time it comes like an alphanumeric character. So we're gonna update this, and it's gonna save. So kind of added this GST number. It comes around like just after the the titles and the address, phone number. Right below that we have an area to update the tax invoice, and it shows tax invoice on top of your receipt. Just below the tax invoice title, it shows the GST ID as well. So that's why we update the tax ID number. Let's go ahead and copy this and paste it over to the ticket preview as well. There you go. This is 35. And this GST ID. Let's update GST ID. Okay, click on the save button. Alright guys, so these are the steps that we're going to do. So we have completed all the necessary changes on the resources. So we have taken printed.ticket resource and we've changed the name, the address, and the phone number. We updated the GST ID number as well. And the one of the other important stuff that you got to do is just once you type in bold is equal to true, make sure that you give a colon like this on top. Okay. So that will change the color to the red. That means you have updated the script correct. Okay, so what you got to do is just give bold is equal to the quotation marks. Within the quotation marks you have to give the true. Okay, so and click on the save button, and let's go down, go to the printed.ticket preview, do the same change here. So you can see bold is equal to true. The true is in black color. Now we got to give it inside the quotation marks. That will change it into the red. That means it will take effective, so that will be executed. Now click on the save button. Let's come back here to the sales. Now before we try to print the product or print the receipt, and build the product. um, all you got to do is, you first of all, in order for you to reflect the taxes on the receipt for a specific product. For example, we have cheese sandwich and a chicken burger. Now if we want, you guys want the taxes to be shown on the receipt, you have to go to the stock, go to the products, and you can choose those products where you want to apply the taxes, and you're going to change this to this will be tax exempt. You're going to change it to GST 5% on this tax category. Click on save, and you got to do the same to the all the products that you want to apply the taxes to. Just change it to tax category to GST 5%, and click on save. All right, I'll come back to the sales here. Let's try to build these two products is equal to, click OK. All right, so go back, check on the edit sales and see how it looks like. So there you go. So all we have is, we have the oh, you know what, we'll just have to take off this logo that is covering up the title, but you can see the address updated as well. So I'm going to show you how to remove this logo. Okay, just go back to the maintenance, resources, and go to the printed dot, ticket logo. You see here on the left hand list, on the left hand side the list, you can see something called the printed dot ticket dot logo. Click on this. You can see this is the logo that comes on top of the ticket. Now just go ahead and delete this. All right, that's it, and save it. Okay, so let's go back. So that's how you just remove the logo from the ticket. Go back to the sales. Let's try and build the products. Again, click OK. Now go back to the edit sales and let's trade. Okay, so this is how the receipt looks like. So we got the title of the establishment on top of the receipt. It's in bold, Saleculator, with the address and the phone number, and also we got the tax invoice number updated on the top. And then coming down here we have the receipt number, date, and items split. And at the bottom of the items we have the tax split, printed there. So it shows the CGST 2.5%. You got SGST 2.5%. Whatever is applied will get updated over here. So we got the CGST 2.5 applied for the 12. The total of 12, it's 30.30, and it's the same in a proportion for SGST as well, which gets added again the same 0.30, and together we get 0.60 added to the total of 12. Say the total amount is 12.60, which will be mentioned in cash or whatever the transaction mode of transaction that you guys are gonna perform. So this is how the receipt looks like once we have the tax information added onto the receipt. And thanks a lot for joining us on this video. We really appreciate your time with us. And don't forget to like our Facebook page, which will be www.facebook.com/Saleculator. Please do like our page and follow it. And also please do subscribe for our channel on YouTube, which will be Saleculator. Thank you so much again. You have wonderful days.